Ladies and gentlemen, as some of our guests are finding their seats, we just want to allow them to find their seats briefly. As mentioned earlier, it's 11 years of celebrating this initiative that commenced with farmers about 11 years ago on the 19th of August, when farmers met in the Ceres area where we find ourselves today, and brought about what became an idea that inspired the country, that inspired not only this local community of Ceres, but indeed that inspired the country of farmers saying, yes, it can be done. Working together, growing South Africa together is possible, it can be done. And that ultimately culminated in the formation of WPALS on the 1st of May 2015. Today we are excited to host you once more in what we believe is one of the highlights in the annual calendar of PALS, to have a celebration that reflects on the achievements of the past year amongst members and supporters of WPALS. Allow me briefly this morning just to do a short word of welcoming. As mentioned earlier, the Honorable Minister of Land Reform and Rural Development has not yet arrived. The Honorable Minister Nyonso will join us later in the course of this morning. We have taken note of his being on his way. I also want to welcome this morning officials from the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. In his absence, still on his way, also the Director of 91, Mr. Cunningham Ngugana, who's on his way. It's my honor to welcome the Executive Mayor of Witzenberg Municipality, Councillor Trevor Abrams, as well as other councillors and MACO members of our Witzenberg municipality. Hosting us this morning are the board members of WPALS present today, and also supported by the national leaders of PALS, SAPL's board members Peter de Tooy and Baron Legransie, who have joined us this morning. This meeting would not be possible, ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for those farmers, black and white, who came together in 2014 to spearhead what we're celebrating today. And here I'm referring to the members of WPALS, the producers who have consistently been the backbone of supporting this initiative since its formation. Now, earlier, I must share with you, if you look at where I'm seated, I'm sitting at a table with a very, I don't know if we will know, last Saturday didn't go so well on Ellis Park, and suddenly my tone drops. But I asked the Prince of Wings, who was a star wing in 1997, when we trashed Australia 61-22 in Pretoria. He's joined us this morning, and I want a special word of welcome to Carl du Plessis. I still want to find out what went wrong on Saturday, but we'll discuss that after the meeting. Can we give a special hand to Carl du Plessis this morning? Partners in Agri-Land Solutions would not be possible if it weren't for our strategic partners, among others, Heineken, Landbou Weekblad. Heineken's Charles White, if he's here today, most welcome. Representing Landbou Weekblad, the editor is here, Chris Burgess, who will with me participate in this morning's program. And we're very delighted to have you and your team present this morning, Chris. From Koa Bokkeveld, we want to acknowledge our training partners since formation, Ms. Carmen Roberts, Joy, and the rest of the team. We also want to acknowledge our partners in Hotgrow, Cynthia Matlati, Caldefco, Miskat Anderson, Agrimarks, Baron Sylvester. And I want to continue this welcome to Betko's Roo Groenewald, Nico from Ko. Thank you, Nico, a consistent supporter. Nico van Staden. We have in our presence FNB's delegation, led by Karen Bale. We have Calpac this morning. Price Forbes is also here. Delecta and Sir de Villiers Graaf, as well as Graaf Fruit, among others, some of the supporters of this event. Joining us from other regions of the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape, you will hear later from a farmer of the Eastern Cape in the person of Koot Prinsloo, from Langslide Meat Company in Queenstown, who have joined PALS and is here to share their story with us this morning. Agri Dwala, I think one of the most historical inclusive agricultural growth initiatives in South Africa, I dare to say, is here today represented by Kosi van Zyl, and we will hear more about what they are doing. Most welcome, Kosi. We're delighted to have you with us this morning. Majuba Agri is also here from Swellendam. Special welcome to Byron Boersen, Ahmad Brinkhuis, and Ma'am Wadia Jape, who traveled all the way from Cape Town to be here with us this morning, WPALS members. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you look on my far left, I would like the young people, the beautiful young people, to just stand. Our PALS youth ambassadors from Inglingazetu High School, Bella Vista High School, Charlie Hofmeyer, who are not with us this morning due to a full program from their side, as well as Sierra Secondaire. Now, this is an initiative that I think the chair will touch briefly on. Suffice to say, with pride, we are starting to sow in the future of agriculture, and we're starting it at home. So we hope that this initiative will encourage those who see this vision to sow into agricultural institutions of development in the Sierras area. Can we please give our youth ambassadors a hand? Thank you. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome all our loyal supporters over the last 11 years. Those who have come on board lately, we really want to appreciate and acknowledge you, and we really want to invite you to enjoy this day with us this morning, ladies and gentlemen, as I really think that it's worthwhile your time this morning as we share what we want to reflect on of our achievements over the last year. So most welcome all of you again this morning.